Okay.
What are you guys filming?
Fun?
Podcast?
Yeah, we're filming right now. You guys are like interrupting it a little bit. We're just gonna try to run through it. He keeps walking.
Interrupting? Oh,
Yeah, because you guys keep standing in front
I don't even know what a podcast is.
It's okay.
Sure you're familiar with
No, I've heard of podcasts.
Yeah.
I didn't know it involved cameras.
Yeah,
Couldn't talk.
film podcasts.
Okay. So are you filming yourself?
Yep. Filming for YouTube so that it can
And
be
it
on
comes this
YouTube.
way or the lens just is on
The
you
lens
guys?
is on us.
It can't see you.
So it won't see you guys at all.
Are you familiar with how cameras? So the lens is in front of the camera.
What's the podcast on?
Pardon?
What's the subject of the podcast?
It's called Entrepreneurish. It's her podcast, so it's about being in the beginning processes of entering into entrepreneurship.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Way to go.
Welcome to Entrepreneurs. My name is Ellie, and I am here today with Korpo Daniels.
Hello, how are you?
And today we are talking about launching your brand. When you get started as an entrepreneur, the very first thing that you are worried about is logos, things like that. But we're going to talk to Korpo about how you launch a brand appropriately within your budget in a way that is going to leave an impression on everybody who contacts your brand after that. So, Korpo, please introduce yourself and let's get into this conversation because we've been trying to have this for a minute and I want to have it.
I know. Well, I am Korpo. I am a creative marketing strategist based out of New York City. Currently, I work within the digital marketing space at Atlantic Records. And I also have a brand called Xposure International. It's a creative platform promoting entrepreneurship through the exposure of art.
Amazing.
In addition to that, I also have my own podcast called Between the Lines with Madam St. Clair, so you can tap into that should you feel led to. But of course, today's conversation is about launching a brand. So first, when it comes to launching a brand, something that I always want people to think about is what feeling is that idea evoking in you, and how do you want to have consumers and people that come in contact with your brand feel those same emotions? And that's when we can get into just thinking about colors, because different colors mean different things. And then we can get into logos, scripts, fonts, and all of those fun things. And I'm just really generalizing and going over things pretty fast right now. I can't do it. This has been happening all day. We're going to be serious though. No. Let's get back to it. So, yeah. Where was I? So just really generalizing right now and like going over things super, super fast. And you can like come and find me personally if you want to talk to me personally.
She's amazing.
But no, once you have your logo, you have your brand, and now it's time to like really bring that brand into reality. I always really love to have some sort of a launch event, and for me that's really just about email captures. It doesn't have to be a live experience. It could be a URL experience or online experience, if you will. But the biggest thing there is creating some sort of RSV page and also launching some kind of campaign, driving people to one central location, letting them know something is coming, there's a shift happening, this person is bringing something into the world. And so when it comes into launching something with an event, if you will, one of the things that I always love to recommend is getting other people involved. For example, of course, my brand is a creative platform promoting entrepreneurship through the exposure of art. So I'm going to be showcasing different creative talent. And that's what actually helps me magnify my voice and my reach and even get people to attend my experience. But the more people that you can get involved, the better.
Okay.
Could you, if you're launching a podcast and it's about wellness, you know, can you have a launch event where you interview different people in the wellness space as well as have different wellness vendors present who would bring their audience, and you guys kind of have this cross-beneficial ecosystem that you're creating where you also establish word of mouth about your event. You're presenting them with an opportunity to generate new business and be exposed to your audience. And things of that sort. I don't know if you have another question for me. I feel like
no, like that's the biggest question because honestly, I always pay a lot of money for like photo shoots and things like that. But when it comes to actually like turning that into something, I'm subpar. And it's just something I just had to realize. Like I do my best because I do Canva and things like that, but I don't know. It doesn't really go anywhere. So I guess what I'm asking is how do you get all these people to be interested in something that hasn't launched yet? Like how do you show that this is something they want to be involved in when you really don't have anything yet? I think that's kind of the thing, because launching a brand is like, okay, this is what I want my brand to be, but it hasn't started yet, so it's not that yet. But I still want you to be very interested in it as if it's already like $1 million business. So I guess that's kind of it. Like, how do you get people interested to come to your launch event if you're like,
I mean, for me,
have stuff to show.
For me, like I was really just outside. Like I planned my event. I feel like I planned my event for like 4 to 6 months of planning. Went into my event. So that's me reaching out to different people and being like, hey, I'm launching Xposure. I think you're dope talent. I would like to have you be involved, or even just reaching out to my peers who I saw doing stuff, and I'm just like, hey, I saw that you recently had an event at this venue. How did you get that resource? But also going outside and meeting people, and even meeting people online and digitally. Those are the people that are going to be super invested in you. Unfortunately, your friends and your family, they're not going to be the ones that
they're not going to listen. They're not going to go to your events. They're going to be like, how'd that go? They'll ask you about it, but they're not going to go.
Exactly. And so that's why I always challenge people, like, get out into different communities, meet different groups of people. If you're a podcaster, start introducing yourself as a personality. I'm a podcaster. I have a podcast.
That's what she said to me, y'all. That's my new thing. I am a personality. Ellie is a personality.
And that's period. But that was really how I got people to like really buy into and invest in what I had going on. I gave them a personal stake in it by giving them an opportunity and a platform to share their art and share their creativity. And I feel like that goes a long way when you bring other people into the equation. The more you help people, the more people want to help you. And by me saying, like I said, so we can go back to the example of podcast, a wellness podcast example, me inviting a vegan restaurant to be the food sponsor or something like that, or inviting someone that does Reiki. I don't even know if that's how you call it.
Reiki. Right. Yeah, I got you.
Inviting someone that does Reiki. Now they're going to invite people to come experience them. You're going to invite your people, who are then probably going to end up
inviting their people.
I
got you.
Come and they're going to be exposed
you just need
to
get the event together. Everybody will kind of bring the people themselves because they're excited about it.
You have to get the event together, and you have to bring the key players. The people who you really want to have a stakeholder, the people that are complementary to your brand and what value you're offering. If I have a hip hop podcast about drill music, I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, let me just throw a meditation vendor in here.
Yeah, you're going to be like, I'm hyped. I'm not trying to calm down.
Got you. So that was really how I personally went about it.
So get a theme and stick to it. Really?
Yeah, get a theme. And I don't want to say get a theme, but just taking it back to launching a brand, your messaging. Like, what is the core mission and vision of your brand? For me, it was creative. So everything in my event felt like creativity. When you left that space, if you were a photographer, if you were a painter, if you were a musician, you left feeling inspired. And that's something that
you.
is very much at the core of my brand. Promoting entrepreneurship through the exposure of art. When you come to my platform or you come to an event that I'm hosting and you see what's going on here, you should leave out into the world and feel inspired rather, to produce something out into the world that's of your own.
It's creative, so that you could try to be in this space next time.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. My next question would be like, okay, once the event is done, so say I get all these people to show up, what do you do after that? What do you do with the emails and the things that you have to kind of keep that momentum going afterwards?
I personally think like some sort of creative newsletter is really powerful.
Okay.
Like, I keep doing the meditation brand, but I used to have a meditation brand client, so I always go there.
Okay. That's awesome.
But, like, yeah, let's say you have some type of wellness event. Can you start a newsletter where bi-weekly you are sending these people 3 tips on how to stay well with information on different events that are happening in the city or different events that you have upcoming, like something that you can give value. What is something that you can give to these people who have given you your email to create value?
Gotcha.
I'm also really big on phone number capturing.
Okay.
Because not everybody uses their email, but everybody has a phone. So if you have this launch event and you have 100 attendees come and you get the phone numbers and emails of 100 people, next month when you're releasing, everybody that came to that event is invested in you, your podcast, your brand, your whatever.
You're right.
So a week from now, if you're launching a promotion, a week from now, if you're launching a sale, a month from now, if you're doing something else, those are the first people you're going to send a mass text out. Hey, new podcast episode out. Make sure you tune in and listen.
Okay.
And then
so you're growing your own audience without trying to like find one on social media. You're like, no, these people actually like me and they're gonna follow what I have to say, things like that.
And
so
that's
it's
something
like
that you own outside of social media. I'm really big on figuring out how to own your audience, because you do not
own your audience
Instagram.
Yeah,
you have all of these followers on Instagram, but how many link clicks are you getting? Are people really clicking the link in your bio? Is the traffic really being taken to where you want it to be? Because if you're just increasing your following, followers is a vanity metric.
Yeah.
What is your engagement?
Yeah.
How many people that are on your Instagram or that are your followers are actually being converted to customers, clients, listeners, viewers, and all of those fun things. So figuring out how to capture first-party data and utilize it effectively to provide your audience with value and show up consistently to them. I think that's what's going to really separate you from the winners and the losers. I don't know if that answered your question.
No, that 100% answers my question, because I think, like you said, they are vanity metrics. But you always kind of like compare yourself to other people. So you always be like, well, I can't launch something like Skims because I don't have Kim Kardashian's network. But it doesn't mean that you can't start a clothing line. Like you still can, but you have to make your own audience basically by going out and being outside, setting intentional events, and engaging your audience and making sure that you're giving them something that they want to stay connected to, really.
Yeah, and then also don't forget about grassroots marketing, because we're in the digital age. I think people think that marketing is just social media.
Yeah, that's very true.
Social media is a piece of the equation, but it is not the whole equation. After you have that beautiful launch event and you get maybe 100 contacts of people that you can like reach out to directly and invite them to different things, it's also time for you to get outside and look at what events are happening. Where can I pop up at? Where can I have a booth and a table and maybe have some questions laid out and have people come up to me to ask me, what do I do? Can I interview people on the spot? What are some creative ways that I can get people to tap into me that is not necessarily digital, but at a physical location, a physical spot where people can see me and interact with me and connect with me.
And see that you're real, you're a real person. You're not just this thing on the internet. I got you. Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions, honestly. I can't wait to try this. Like, I told you, I have 2 weeks off, so I'm, like, literally focused on my brand and getting sponsors. We talked to her brother, Brad, earlier, and I'm launching my summer series, which is what you're on right now. So I wanted to give it justice, and now this sounds like I need to do a launch event around my podcast.
I would definitely recommend
and then like get people who are also entrepreneurs, also podcasters in the same space to really like do this, to really get people to watch it. We could watch it together or whatever, it doesn't matter, but like I have to think more in person, because I'm gonna be honest, I've been doing the social media is everything thing. So
social media
not
is
like,
very important. Social media is definitely very important, but something that I also want to communicate to people when it comes to launching your brand, if you don't know who your target audience is, if you don't know what your messaging is and what you're trying to communicate, those are the important parts of your brand.
Yeah,
social media is just a microphone.
It's like really
literally
saying the same thing over and over.
But you showing up on social media, you don't know what your messaging is. You don't really know what you're trying to communicate. You don't really know what the tagline is or what you're trying to get people to buy into. People are confused.
Yeah.
That's why they're not tapping in with you, because it's like, okay, girl, yesterday you made a reel about nails. Today you're making a reel about
lashes. Do you do
nails and lashes are beauty.
I guess.
Today you're making
a workout video or something.
Like,
I got you.
I got you. Consistent.
Yeah, I got you.
If your platform is entrepreneurish, all my content needs to tie back to being an entrepreneur. If it's because I'm at the beach, I'm in the sun right now, I can do this because
I'm an entrepreneur. I got you.
You know,
okay,
I'm getting my nails done at 1 o'clock. It's because
I'm an entrepreneur.
Coming to a day into my life, I'm going to the gym. I'm going here. I'm going that.
Because I'm an entrepreneur. I got you. Okay, I love that.
I created this space for myself. Somehow it has to tie back into the mission, the vision, what it's about, you know. But I feel like as long as you continue to ask yourself, you establish 3 pillars, 3 pillars of your brand, whether it be, so my platform, music, culture, creativity, that's my thing.
And so you stick in those 3 areas.
I'm staying right there.
Okay.
Music, culture, creativity.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm always going to be talking about on Xposure. You know. So pick your 3 pillars, your three brand pillars, and what your brand stands for. Establish your mission statement, your vision statement, what your brand is really about. Figure out what those colors are that are in alignment with whatever emotion you're trying to evoke from your audience. And every time you make a piece of content on social, ask yourself, how does this tie back to my mission?
Gotcha.
How does this tie back to being an entrepreneur? How does this tie back to me encouraging somebody to enter into entrepreneurship? You know? So yeah.
I love it. See, I told y'all, Korpo got it. Let me tell y'all, like I was literally praying for her. Like, I have to say this, was like I was writing in my journal on the plane over to LA, and I was like, my next thing is marketing, but I suck at marketing. And then here comes Korpo, and Korpo loves marketing. And I was like, I've learned everything, and it's been great this whole time just talking about it, because now I feel confident to be like, okay, no, I don't have a mission statement, but now I know what to do when I get home. Because before it's more so like, what do I do? But just even hearing like, okay, well, make a plan, like stick in these pillars. Like, I don't even have pillars. Like, I be thinking about that. I'm like,
figure out what your content pillars are.
What is
figure out what
exactly
you're trying to communicate. And once you continue to show up consistently, your audience will be able to find you, because they're looking for
one of these 3 pillars.
They're looking for you.
I got you.
But you keep giving me everything else.
Yeah.
So once you start to be consistent with what that messaging is, your audience will be able to find you. And because you're offering value, they're going to stick with you. But I also want to encourage people, like, if you got 100 followers right now, your biggest goal is not finding 200 new followers.
Right.
Yes, use the appropriate amount of hashtags. Yes, do your hashtag research. Yes, make sure that you have large hashtag, medium hashtags, micro hashtags, all of them in your equation. Yes, do more video content. Instagram is no longer a picture platform.
No,
it's about video. Everybody is competing with TikTok.
Yes.
That's why you see YouTube having YouTube Shorts.
Twitter got it.
Everybody
got Reels. Like everybody has TikTok essence.
Get your video content.
Snapchat has it now. I thought Snapchat would never change its thing, but Snapchat is
Snapchat.
TikTok
Everybody
now.
has to compete. Everybody has to compete for attention. So definitely figure out your content pillars, create your content and put it out there. But if you have 100 followers right now, your number one goal is not going to find 200 new followers. I don't need you to find 200 new followers until you have at least 50 of your half of your audience engaging
on your
with
things.
Your content.
I got you.
Literally.
I got you.
If you do not have half of your audience engaging on your content, then you need to be testing out content consistently to figure out what works. And when I say testing out content to figure out what works, going viral is a great indicator of something that works. But everything is not going to go viral. Every single week, you're not going to have a piece of analyze your content every week. Check your engagement.
Yeah, I started doing my own personal meetings with myself after you said that last week. I was like, nope, get your stuff together. Get rid of the old stuff.
How much did I put out every week? What did I put out every week? What had the highest numbers of engagement? What had the lowest numbers of engagement? Cool, I'm not doing content like that anymore. This had the highest number of engagements. Okay, how can I surf around and see what's trending right now and tap into what I did last week that my audience told me that they like, but it's also on par with what's trending on social right now. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's been the hardest thing. So lately I've really been trying to do trending sounds and things like that, and that's gotten me a lot more views and likes, which is engagement. But that's on my personal page. My business page, I'm still all over the place. So I'm trying to get entrepreneurs together. But I feel like you kind of need both as a personality. Like, you need to be... People need to follow you as a person, but then also, follow your page. So
definitely.
Sometimes I feel split in that on what to do. But honestly, even this, I could still do 3 pillars for myself. 3 pillars for my business.
For yourself,
and then do it.
One of your pillars for yourself has to be lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it could be literally your 3 pillars for your business could be your 3 pillars for your business, and then your personal brand could be 2 of the pillars from your business plus lifestyle.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Because it's crazy.
That way I don't have
I've
to
been
keep
working in digital and social for so long, but I'm one of those people that works in the space but then doesn't doesn't use social for herself.
I love people like that,
and I'm
they know what they're talking about.
Out of that, 100%. And getting out of that. But for me, I'm always going to be talking about music, marketing, lifestyle.
Yeah.
On my personal page. Music, marketing, lifestyle. Music, marketing, lifestyle.
I need to be like that. I need my things that I just spit out, and this is who I am. Working on it.
So, yeah, I think everything that I gave is a really...
You guys can come through.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do appreciate it, though.
But yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so I appreciate your time, Korpo. I really do.
No problem.
Thank you for being on my show.
No problem.
Thank you for helping all of us with our marketing.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to let the audience know? We're at the end. Where to find you? What's up?
Yes, anything I want to let the audience know, you can find me at xposureint.com. That's exposure without an E, so XPOSUREINT. That is where I am at on Instagram. When you get there, you'll also see Madam St. Clair in the bio, and you'll be able to find me, listen to my podcast, visit my website, madamstclair.com, and book that session with me.
Yes. Because she will help you. I promise y'all. Y'all need to talk to her for real. All right. Thank you guys for joining. We'll see you next time. All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much for listening to me. We have some new series coming up. We're going to do interpersonal things. We're going to teach you practical skills and abilities. And then we're also going to talk about very helpful tools that you can use in your entrepreneur life. So definitely keep watching Entrepreneurs. Keep checking my social medias. You can find me at entrepreneur.ish.podcast on Instagram and also on TikTok. And I can't wait to talk to you guys again.